got something new today. It's called our honey mustard summer chicken. And we served it the other day at an event, and everyone liked it. And they said to Mamie and I, you ought to do the vlog on it because it's so good. So we said, sure. So anyway, we're gonna show you how to do it, how simple it is. Make a wonderful summer evening meal or a Sunday after church meal or whatever. But anyway, are you gonna film today, Mamie, or are you gonna join us?
I am filming right now, and I'm going to join you.
Okay. Well, this is a pretty simple dish, but what I've done here, I'm only making this for 4 people. Normally we make for a crowd, but all Mamie's neighbors are gone, so we don't have anyone to give the food to. So we're just having 4, so that's manageable. But what I've done, I've taken a boneless, skinless chicken breast, and I put it in water with some salt and about a teaspoon of baking soda and let it sit in the water for about a half an hour. What the baking soda does then, it goes into the chicken and it causes the collagens to break down so it's real nice and tender. So while the chicken was soaking in the water, I took about a pound of bacon and I cooked it, ran it through my food processor so that it's all nice and crumbly. So after I taken the bacon out, I put the chicken breast in, the bacon grease, with a little bit of seasoning salt on it, just to brown it on both sides. So you can see how nice and brown it is, and it's got all those juices in there. So that's ready to go in our pan, how nicely that fits in there. And so the fun part about this chicken is the honey mustard. And what this is, it's honey, French's mustard, mayonnaise. You mix it all together and you get a nice sauce. So what we're gonna do then is take our sauce and we're gonna pour it all over our chicken and get it nice and covered. And let me get a spoon, it'll be easier, or a spatula.
And I have a question about collagen, because somebody was talking about collagen for your body. Does that collagen in the chicken?
Well, it's where the muscles are, and you want to break the muscles down because that collagen is why we put stuff on our face to build the collagen up so we don't have wrinkles, but we want to break it down, so that's why we're doing that with the baking soda. And so anyway, we've covered our chicken with our delicious, and this is delicious, mustard. Then from there, I'm taking that pound of bacon that I've crumbled, and I'm going to place it all over my chicken and spread it around. Again, this is so delicious. And then the next part of it, which makes it really fun, I've taken, these are portocini, the little portobello mushrooms, slice them, and you're just gonna add those to your pan of chicken on top of the bacon. Now you could add as many of these as you like. Mamie's not a big mushroom fan, so I didn't add a lot, but you still wanna do the mushrooms. And they're spreading them around. And then the last thing that you're gonna do, I told you this was simple. You're gonna take some Monterey Jack cheese. I just have the grated, do your own if possible, but I had this left from the event. And we're just gonna cover the chicken with the Monterey Jack cheese. Get it all around so it's covered. And then that is it. You're gonna cover this with some plastic wrap, and then you're going to cover it with foil, and you're gonna put it in a 250-degree oven for about an hour. and that's gonna make it, it's gonna cook slow, and then everything will melt and come together, and we'll show you later what this looks like. But the other day at the event that we did, they just love this chicken. And so we wanted to share it with you. And again, we're just having a wonderful time. And maybe I just don't know I don't feel comfortable without you being here. Is that all new stuff? No?
No. But there's nothing wrong with you wearing used stuff, right?
Not according to you.
And you don't really like used
Well,
stuff.
you notice I don't wear jewelry.
Well, with poor little fingers that need help
Yeah.
on their injured fingers.
Yeah,
folks.
hopefully we'll get some
Yeah.
answers to that.
But anyway, with all of our decoration of jewelry and food, we want you to subscribe, and just down below there's this little bell, and you just click that on. You do not have to subscribe by paying. It's totally free. So you can subscribe, but you don't have to by paying. You do not. So I think that would help our
Well,
friends,
yeah,
right?
because we're getting a lot of people from our church and from the community and from the soup kitchen who are starting to watch our program. And they say that some of the ladies said that it just takes the stress out of their
away.
life just to watch us and to laugh and to have a good time. And it's so much fun to see somebody you know on TV, and they're getting a kick out of that. And you know, we're always saying, and we have said it all along, that we do want to be salt and light, and we want to be a witness and an example, not only to one another, which is so important, but to the people that we meet, people we meet in the store, the street, whatever. And we want them to know, because I don't know if all of you know this or not, but Mamie and I are both widows. I've been a widow for 13 years, so I was a young widow, and then Mamie's been a widow for 3 years. But it's not over just because, you know, the Lord's taken your husband away, or your wife, whatever the case would be. But just get involved, and that's exactly why we're doing this, partly so that we can have something to do and do it with one another and share it with all of you. What do you have to comment on that, Mamie?
Well, I was reading in scripture this morning that God is a defender of the widows. And he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And the Almighty is God, and we love God. And we like
Yes.
serving God.
Yes,
and
we
doing
do.
Our table is set for our guests. Yes, Kathy.
Well, we did the chicken, which we did the vlog on. We've made a rice dish. We've made corn that I grilled on the barbecue. In its husk, I soaked it a half hour in water, put it out, it steams it, it gives it such a nice flavor. And then